All right, let's go ahead and sit up nice and tall. Make sure both of your sit bones are on your mat. Eyes are closed, posture is perfect. We're going to start focusing on our breath. All right, let's go ahead and open our eyes. We're going to grab onto our front leg and wake up our spine. Big spinal rotation. Make sure your sit bones stay on the ground the whole way around. And let's reverse. And let's come back, center, sit up nice and tall. Big inhale, hands come up. Exhale, right arm comes down, find the ground, then stretch over. Back center, big inhale. Exhale, left arm comes down, stretch that right side. And back center, big inhale. And exhale, arms come down. We're going to come on to hands and knees. All right. We're going to move into cat and cow. So we want to make sure our wrists are below our shoulders and our knees are below our hips and our elbows never lock. We're going to take a big inhale and we're going to lift that chest up, stretch. And exhale, round your back, squeeze your bum and pull your chin into your chest. Inhale, open, lift up. Exhale. Excuse me. Inhale, open one more time. And exhale, just come neutral. And we're going to come into spinal balance. So wrists directly below our shoulders. Make sure those knees are below our hips and our abs are pulled in tight. We're going to bring our right arm out in front and our left leg out behind. And let's come back neutral. Other side, right leg, left arm. Watch that right arm, make sure it's not locking. And let's come back center. We're going to curl our toes under and lift our hips first, downward facing dog, gently pressing back. Starting to feel that stretch through our shoulders and the back of our legs. All right, let's walk our feet up to our hands, coming to forward fold and hanging out here, making sure your eyes are open and your feet are directly below your hips. Feeling that stretch in the back of our legs. And we're going to shake our head yes and no, just loosening up our neck. And let's come back center. We're going to grab a hold of opposite arms and we're just going to do a little rag doll, just kind of swinging from side to side. And let's come back center. Release those hands. Bend your knees slightly, tuck your chin into your chest, and slowly roll up. And inhale, hands come all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. All right, we're gonna stand at the front of our mat with the length of it behind us, starting with sun salutation. Big inhale, hands come up. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to our mat, right leg steps back, right knee comes down. Hands come up. Hands come forward. Left foot steps back to plank. Remember, your knees can be on the ground if you prefer, or you can be in full plank. Chaturanga. Keeping our elbows as close to our rib cage as possible. Lower yourself down, then release. Engage, up dog. Roll those shoulders down and back. Make sure your elbows aren't locked. Toes curl under, squeeze your bum, and lift. Downward facing dog. Right leg steps forward. Left knee comes down. Hands come up. Hands come forward. Left foot steps forward, back to forward fold. We're going to soften our knees, tuck our chin into our chest, and very slowly roll up. Finishing with that big inhale and exhale. Hands to heart center. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, forward fold. Hands down. Left leg steps back, left knee comes down. Hands come up. Hands come forward. Right foot steps back to plank. Chaturanga. And release. Up dog. Toes curl under, squeeze your bum and lift. Downward facing dog. Left leg steps forward. Right knee comes down. Hands come up. And hands come forward. Right foot steps forward, back to forward fold. All right, we're going to stay in forward fold, and we're going to bring our hands down to the ground or onto our legs. We want both legs straight. So however your hands, wherever those hands need to be for your legs to be straight. And we're going to bend our right knee and keep that left leg straight and deep in that stretch. Feel that stretch up into the back of your leg. And straighten that right leg, bend your left. Feel that deep stretch. And straighten your left and just forward fold. Soften your knees, tuck your chin into your chest, and slowly roll up. Inhale, hands come up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to our mat. We're going to walk or hop back to plank. Perfect plank position. You can be on your knees if you prefer. Chaturanga. And release. Up dog. Toes curl under, squeeze your bum, and lift. Downward facing dog. All right, let's lift our right leg up behind. Step that leg forward, staying on our left toes. Right knee is bent. Hands to heart center. All right, so we're trying to get those hips so they're facing forward and square to the ground. Good. We're going to straighten our right leg, letting our left heel down. Left hand comes down to our right leg. We're going to slowly slide down into revolved triangle, coming down as far as we can comfortably go, then slowly with control lifting that right arm up. And we're going to bring that right hand down, coming into pyramid. So both legs are straight, both hands are down either on the ground or on our right leg, feeling that even stretch in the back of our right leg. And we're going to move our right hand onto our right foot, or just to the inside of that right foot, keeping both legs straight, lifting that left arm up, coming in to triangle. And we're going to soften our right knee. Bring both hands to the front of our mat, and we're going to work that right foot over to the left side. Lower that knee down and come into pigeon. All right, let's walk our hands up. We're going to bend our left knee and grab hold of something back there, ankle, calf, something. So if you're having a hard time with that, just roll over onto your right hip. There we go. And then you can bend that knee and grab it from the side. And then if you like from here, you can tip up. And if you don't have to, but you can, and you can stay right here and just kind of pull on that leg. What we're doing is we're trying to stretch that left quad. So however you get there, it's totally fine. And let's release that left foot. Left toes curl under, both hands to the front of our mat. We're going to sweep that right leg all the way up behind. Big stretch. And right leg comes down. Shift your weight forward, coming back to plank, either in full plank or on your knees. Chaturanga. Elbows tucked in next to your body. Release down. Up dog. Roll those shoulders way down and back. Feel that stretch. Toes curl under, squeeze your bum, and lift. Downward facing dog. Let's walk the dog for a second. So bend one knee, press the opposite heel into the ground. Then just alternate between those heels, feeling that stretch, lifting your bum higher and higher, pressing back more through those hands and feeling that stretch in your shoulders. Good. And let's come back center, pressing both heels down towards your mat. Left leg lifts behind. Step that leg forward. We're going to stay on our right toes. Left knee is bent. Crescent lunge. Straighten our left leg, letting our right heel come down. We're going to bring our right hand to that left leg, slowly slide down as far as you can comfortably go, and then once you're stable, lift that left arm up as high as you can, twisting out your back and feeling that stretch in the back of our left leg. Let's bring our left hand down, keeping both legs straight, coming into pyramid. And we're going to move our left hand onto our left foot or just to the inside, keeping both legs straight. We're going to lift that right arm up, coming into triangle. We're going to soften our left knee and move both hands to the front of our mat. Then we're going to work that left foot over to the right side. Then let that left knee come down, sliding down into pigeon. And let's walk our hands up. All right, we're going to find that quad stretch. So we're going to bend that right knee, grab a hold, gently pull that foot in towards your body. And let's release. Right toes curl under. Both hands to the front of our mat. We're going to sweep our left leg all the way up behind. And left leg comes down. Let's shift our weight forward. Chaturanga. And release all the way down. Up dog. Toes curl under, squeeze your bum and lift. Downward facing dog. All right, we're going to walk our feet up to our hands, coming to forward fold. Feeling that stretch in the back of our legs. And tuck your chin into your chest, soften your knees, and slowly roll yourself up. Inhale, hands come up. And exhale, hands to heart center. All right. We're going to try dancer's pose. So the most important thing here is finding a spot where your foot can be like somewhat level. So if you're like on kind of a bumpy spot, make sure you move your foot someplace where it feels pretty solid, so that you can basically let that foot melt into the ground and your toes spread out so you feel pretty solid there. All right. Did I say right foot? So right foot. Okay. All right, right knee is tight but not locked out. And then we're going to really engage that right hip so that we're squeezing that right bum cheek. Okay? Now you want to find a spot somewhere in front of you that isn't moving. And we're going to lift our left leg up behind and we're going to grab that left ankle. Right arm comes up. So if this is as far as you feel comfortable going, that's totally fine. Stay right here. If you want to try and go further, slowly with control, we're going to hinge forward. As we're hinging forward, we're going to kick that left foot way away from our body. And let's slowly come back up. Nice. Shake those legs out. All right. So other side, same thing. Left foot, find a spot for it. Let that foot completely relax, melt into the ground. Toes are relaxed and spread apart. Left knee is tight. Left hip is tucked under. Squeeze that bum super tight. Find that spot somewhere in front of you. Bend that right knee, grab a hold of that right ankle. Left arm comes up. Then slowly with control, hinge forward. Make sure that right foot is pulling out away from your bum as you hinge forward. And let's Nice, shake those legs out. That was awesome. All right, so we're gonna stand up nice and tall with our feet directly below our hips. So if we were to put our fingers right on those pelvic bones and point straight down, our fingers should be pointed to the center of our feet. Awesome. Perfect. All right, big inhale, hands come up, palms meet. Exhale, hands down to heart center as we sit down into chair pose. So once we get down here, we want to make sure all of our weight's on our heels. We should be able to lift those toes up. We should almost feel like we're going to fall over backwards. Belly's pulled in super tight. And let's push forward, forward fold. Hands to our mat. Let's walk back to plank. Chaturanga. And release. Up dog. Toes curl under, squeeze your bum, and lift, downward facing dog. All right. Let's lift our right leg up behind. Step that leg forward. Left heel comes down, right knee is bent, hips are forward. Warrior one. Hands together, lower them to heart center. We're going to push forward, find balance on our right foot, and lift that left foot up into tree. So you can put that left foot anywhere you want on that right leg as long as you're not putting direct pressure on your right knee. Back to heart center. Let's release that left foot and step back onto our left toes, coming back to a crescent lunge. to the front of our mat. Right foot steps back to plank. Chaturanga. Release. Up dog. Toes curl under, squeeze your bum and lift. Downward facing dog. Left leg lifts behind. Step that leg forward. Right heel comes down, left knee bends. Hips are square to the front and to the ground, warrior one. Hands come together, lower them to heart center, press forward, find balance on your left foot, and lift up into tree. Hands back to heart center. Release that right foot, step back onto your right toes, crescent lunge. Hands to the front of our mat. Step back to plank. Chaturanga. And release. Up dog. Roll those shoulders way down and back. Make sure those elbows aren't locked. Toes curl under, squeeze your bum and lift. Downward facing dog. All right, we're gonna walk our feet up to our hands, coming to forward fold. And we're gonna stretch out the back of those legs one more time. So legs are straight, hands are on the ground or wherever they need to be on those legs to keep them straight. We're gonna bend our right knee and isolate the stretch in the back of our left leg. Straighten your right leg. Now bend your left. And let's come back, both legs straight. And soften both knees. Pull your chin into your chest and slowly roll up. Big inhale, hands come up. And exhale, hands to heart center. All right, we're gonna turn to the side and open our legs up to a nice wide straddle. All right, so we want our feet just ever so slightly tracking out, just so that there's no tension on our knees. So it's not like we don't need our feet straight forward and we don't want them all the way out, just naturally pointing outward. All right. Keeping our legs straight but not locking our knees, we're going to hinge forward and bring our hands down to the ground. All right, so if you need to open your legs up a little bit wider so that you can touch the ground, go ahead and walk those feet out a little bit more. And then we're just going to release and try and get our head closer to the ground. Make sure those legs are straight but not locked. All right, slowly with control, we're going to walk our hands over to our right leg. And we're going to grab our right ankle or foot or whatever we can get our hands on. And we're going to pull our body down towards that right leg. Try and keep both legs straight. And release that side and walk your hands over to the left side. Grab a hold of that left ankle or foot and pull the body down towards your left leg. And let's release that left side, come back, center. We're just gonna heel toe those feet back together. Bend your knees and sit down on your mat. Oof. We're gonna bring the bottoms of our feet together and we're gonna pull our heels in close to our body. Grabbing a hold of our toes, we're gonna take a big inhale and we're gonna lift our chest up and pull our shoulders way down and back. And we're gonna hinge forward. Use your elbows to help press your knees down towards the ground. And let's come on up. Release those legs. We're going to sit up comfortably. Make sure both of our sit bones are on our mat. Big inhale. Hands come up. Palms meet. Exhale. Hands to heart center. Namaste.